Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us again for the Seen and Heard event. From the enthusiasm and the reception last year, we of course had to host it again this year. We're celebrating the International Volunteers Day today, which is very fitting. Also, we're celebrating and recognising the work and the commitment and the passion of young people in terms of building communities in solidarity. The video you're going to see will showcase and demonstrate the commitment, the passion and the connection and personal growth that young people can go through these volunteering opportunities. Thanks to everyone for coming today. Thanks to all the contributors, to all the participants, to all the volunteers and to all the organisations that host and send volunteers. Thanks to Emmett for a wonderful job. Thanks to Salty for inspiring us, and thanks to everybody who helped us host this event today in Lurgus. Without you, this programme wouldn't exist.
I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ado Mazombe, and I'm from an organization called Love and Care for People. It's based in Cork.
Yeah, my name's Corey. I'm from the North Dublin City. I'm 25 years of age, and my project involves getting a pantry installed inside DCU for students who maybe can't afford these essential items and basic things like that.
So my name's Aisha, and I'm one of the 5 young people taking part in our project titled the Aisha AED Initiative. Aisha means alive and well in Arabic, so hence why the Aisha AED Initiative. So it's about AEDs and CPR and creating like a public health awareness.
I am Ismail. I'm from Malta. I visited the BYS a few times on youth exchanges, and I did also a month-long project.
So my name is Conor Nolan. I'm 25. I'm originally from Cavan, of all places, and I am the main public speaker for the Normal Mental Wellbeing Project.
So my name is Emma O'Connell. I work with Cork Simon Community, and we're a homeless organisation and service based in Cork. So I've been with them for about 13 years.
My name is Adam Donovan. I work as Development Officer for Citywide Education, which is a youth education centre in Jobstown, Tala. We work with young people from 8 to 21, supporting them with educational and personal development to help them reach their full potential.
My name is Ini Usanger, and I am from Love and Care for People, and we provide support for people from ethnic minority background, first generation Irish born children and migrants generally.
I'm Paula. I'm 23 years old. Last year I was working in an Erasmus Plus organization, and I found out about the ESC program. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have to do this because it's amazing. I've been volunteering in my hometown since I was 15, and also volunteering in summer camps, and also I already have experience in youth work, but not like official youth worker, like certificate.
I was studying in school. I never really knew what I was going to do with my life. A few years back now, and I studied multiple subjects and trying to find multiple. I didn't work out. I also started working. I was a coffee machine technician, but then I got to know about youth work, and it really lit this fire inside me, and it was like this is something that I want to do. And I realized it because I was already doing it, just not in a government legal kind of thing, like it was just. I was already doing it like before in simple daily life also, but it's more there, so it's like.
What inspired us to start this project in particular, myself and my partners, we've been delivering public speeches in schools and colleges for a number of years now, all around mental health. We're not medical professionals, but everything we talk about is from experience. So when we found the Solidarity Core project, we realised these link up very, very well, so we decided to apply because of that. The mentality we've always had with these public speeches is, we call it the 1 in 100 mentality. If you're talking to 400 students, there's a strong likelihood that maybe a quarter of them might zone out. That happens with young people. And then you might have 1% that are deeply, deeply impacted. You might have 1% of that class or that group that come out saying, I'm really impacted by that. That was very much, I don't want to say life-changing, but you know what I mean. And so our mentality has always been to target, that kind of number. And in terms of what we want to achieve, in terms of a quantifiable metric, what we intend to do is, when we go into schools or colleges, we intend to give anonymous surveys right before we go in, immediately after we've been in, and then about 3 to 6 months later. And again, anonymous, non-identifiable questions asking, the individual's outlook on mental health, talking up about problems, how they feel about talking to a counsellor, talking to parents or their friends about these problems. And we hope to look at the difference in the mentality around those things before and after we've come in, and we intend to gather that data in a report. And our hope is that report can be used to influence mental health policy in Ireland, just to show that when you go into an educational setting and you talk about these things, or in any youth group, you can make a big difference just by bringing mental health into the conversation and normalising it in some sense. Talking can change anything with regard to your mental health, and not just talking to a counsellor or a doctor, talking to family, friends, your partner and so on. So really emphasising to people in the long term how talking about your problems and not bottling them up. We intend to keep putting that conversation out there, keep making that point. I think the big thing for us, what was so special for us, was we've been doing this now for a few years, and so it's kind of a chip on the shoulder we've had, is that we're not medical professionals and we're not qualified. But now we go into schools, we have the backing of the European Commission, and we have that stamp in Lérgos, and it gives that official element that there's a great organisation behind us, and that it gives us more confidence as well in what we're doing, and that this is a very valid message.
In terms of the daily activities the volunteers were involved in, it was quite diverse, because in the beginning we were they would do outreach, talking about integration and things like this. But when they came, I suppose we really challenged them, and they were very, very wonderful with the young kids. The younger kids, they were really, really instrumental helping with their young people.
They really took charge of the social media, because we were so much into going outreach, and the problem that we had as an organization, we never promoted what we do. So it's we do things, we do outreach with community, and then we don't document it. They were taking pictures and communicate with the young people. They turned our Twitter account from 23 followers to 131 at the moment. Remember the bachata?
Yeah.
They brought the bachata dance and some of the dance, which is Latin American, Italian dance or whatever, the bailando or whatever, and got the community to start dancing. I think it was Mother's Night.
It was quite diverse, because it was a dance group for the community, led by our volunteers. So that was very phenomenal, because that was a way for the volunteers to interact with the community and vice versa, which I think was very good, even though obviously they have their mentors, but this was with the wider community, and that was really beautiful.
We've done some work with the elderly people in Leo Street, and there's a program called the Ballyrunners program in the job centre in Ballymun, and I've been helping out with that and just doing it because I was a previous Ballyrunner last year, so I kind of came from that background, and I'm just kind of giving them a bit of inspiration, showing them that they can do what they currently don't believe they can do. We created a little program called Joyful Journeys, and it's giving them little fun days out up to Powers Court or up to Phoenix Park, have a cup of tea, or go to the beach and have an ice cream. And then we also redecorated the back garden to give them kind of a little space to hang out with, and we made them a barbecue, and we had a good day. Just really to give them something, It gets me out of my comfort zone. It's something that I want to do, and it's something that I need to do as well. So I needed to kind of build experiences and kind of get out of my comfort zone. I was kind of sheltered from society as a kid, so it's just getting me back into that, really.
It's one of the things we would see a lot is that kind of gain and confidence and self-belief from the volunteers over time, and it's really, really lovely to see, because like, you know, people come away after 9 or 12 months with a very different idea of what homelessness is, but also of their own capabilities and their own abilities in terms of connecting with people, building up relationships and making a change. We would say, like, the people that come to us are really, really passionate, especially about things like social justice, and you know, if you're going to come and do work like this, you need to have a passion for it. So it's one of the things we really see.
All our volunteers, you know, come with passion for education, passion for changing the world for the better. And a big thing for us is also eradicating kind of poverty, child poverty, education inequality in Ireland. I love watching kind of some of our ESC volunteers join in September. And then when they leave then the year after, you know, you can see how much they develop throughout the whole year, just in terms of their self-confidence and the new skills that they've gained, the friends that they've made. And it's a really nice thing for us to see, because it just goes to show, like, that they've gained a lot from working with young people in the organisation, and they've, you know, created relationships that are going to last for a long time.
I was inspired to join the European Solidarity Corps because with the youth centre I kind of work with, they kind of opened it up to me. They kind of talked to me about it. It kind of opened up a lot of opportunities for me, and like, I was a kid who wouldn't have these kinds of opportunities open up to them. So after I joined them and I helped them out and everything, they talked to me about it, and I was like, you know what, this sounds like a great idea. So this is where I can open up opportunities for other people. I can help other people the way that I was helped, because it was great. It was amazing. It is genuinely heartbreaking to just listen to the kids coming in. Like, these are kids. They just want to be happy, and they deserve the chance to be happy. That's kind of the whole point. Like, these are the people that are going to be in charge of this planet when we're all gone. So we kind of have to build a future for them. And like, what kind of future are we building here if that's the community they're in? So I was very inspired to, like, help out, take them away from that kind of community, show them that there are good people, how to find them, where to find them, and how to react to the bad people. The way I see it is, we're not there to kind of like tell them what to do. We're not authority figures to these kids. We're here to just give them a safe space and make them feel comfortable, make them feel like they can be safe around us. So rather than being standing there with my arms folded, you sit down and you talk to them, you treat them like people, you play a game or two with them, and basically, like, for the competitive kids, you make a competition game out of something. Even if it's throwing paper into a bin. Anything to get them going.
I've had to learn, like, actually how to shift my mindset to understand how best... I have a way to do things, but actually I need to understand how best to do things for the community that I'm engaging with, for every single person, or as many people as possible. So arts, being creative, design, digital tools of design, that has been a massive part of it so far. Like, we designed our leaflet. That was really, really big. Getting a leaflet that was accessible, that was, you know, you could stand out, you could read it, and it was easy to read, and like to anyone and everyone. That was a big part. Designing the posters, promotional materials, our Instagram posts, all of that. If you have a good idea, ask your friends, talk to people you know, see this is a potential, you know, revenue kind of to support you to bring this project to life. And myself and my friend, thankfully that day I didn't have lectures, or else I probably wouldn't have been as successful as we have been in the application, but we showed up. Funny enough, well, as usual, we were the only young people in the room, but we showed up and we had this entire idea of we were going to use the money to fund AEDs. It turns out you can't do that, but we got immense support that day to develop our potential ideas that we had also alongside the potential, like, funding the AEDs. So we pivoted. We showed up early. We had a month to work our way through the application. I think everyone at Lerg has probably got a million emails from me. We are now using digital tools to promote it online. We have an Instagram page that can be viewed by anyone in Europe, and we'd always be open to collaboration. And that is another thing that's come out of this project, is that we're now collaborating with the Digital Hub. We have collaborated with the Irish Heart Foundation, and that's all been facilitated by digital tools. So there's a lot of European values, but the underlying ones are that we've built the trust, we've built the connections, we've built the solidarity and the relationships in our communities to bring forward and to further escalate the impact of the project.
If any other young people are thinking about applying for a project like this or anything even remotely like this, I would say go for it. It's something that we've concluded every single talk in every educational institution. We've concluded with this message. I would say to young people, go for it. Never be discouraged, no matter how far-fetched you think an idea or initiative is, go for it. And if you can apply for a project like this and get the support from an organisation, absolutely do it, because there'll be guidance there that, like, even for us, there's planning elements and different things for talks that we never even thought of, and as from being part of this project, we've gotten advice and guidance from different people. It's been a great help. So I would say to young people, absolutely throw your hat in the ring, apply for it, go for it, absolutely.
If you have the opportunity, just do it. Like, if you put 100% effort into something, no matter what it is, you're going to get something back out of it. But it gives me a chance to build social skills, and it was localised that kind of pointed me in the right direction. Yeah. And that's the reason why I'm here today. Yeah. It just means a lot for me to come from one side of the society to a completely different side of society and talk to students and all these great, wonderful, educated people and just kind of try to fit in with them.
Sometimes when we kind of think about the impact on us as an organisation, we kind of have to think about it in kind of a few different ways, because the impact on our staff teams, on, like, I think a lot of it is the enthusiasm and the new ideas, the kind of the lease of life that volunteers bring in. Like, the impact on us as an organisation is huge because of that, because it is like that kind of almost like that soft power that volunteers have, like to be able to sit down with someone, have a conversation, and the kind of even sometimes a gentle nudge towards something,
Yeah, I'd like to do as much volunteering as I can. Like, I get a lot out of it. Like, as a younger person, you always think like, old people they're kind of withering away, or they're not valuable. But when you go and actually spend time with these people, you realise they have so much to offer. They've so many stories to tell. They've so much experiences to share with everyone. It's really fulfilling. Like, it's really insightful as well to just sit there and listen to them. Yeah, cracking jokes, telling stories. Something that I would have done with my dad as well. So,
our hope is that mental health becomes a very, very normalised conversation. You go to a doctor or a hospital when you have a broken arm. If you're struggling with your mental health, it's the same thing. So we want to really, because I don't think we're there yet. There is still that stigma and that judgment. Even in the working world, it's there as well. So 5 to 10 years time, really normalise that mental health is seen as no different to physical health. That's a big thing for us, absolutely.
I've done so much to get out of the social anxiety. Like, I went on a sail training trip with people I've never met. I've been on a plane by myself with people I've never met. And like, I've done a lot of things to get myself out of my comfort zone. Sometimes it's good to have that kind of authority figure or adult figure there to kind of just be like, I really do think it's a good opportunity, please don't pass this up. And kind of pushing you gently into the right direction.
The one thing I always say to people when they ask is, yes, get involved in it, but talk to Lergus. It's like they're the experts in it, and they're never afraid to sit down with you and to answer your questions. Just endless patience and support.
It's a nice experience to also get to know yourself better, because you're being independent, but at the same time you're also working with different people, with different perspectives, and you're learning new things along the way, and it's part of the journey of life,
I think you have to take the first step to actually, just have courage and do it, because you learned a lot from other people, other nationalities, other cultures, and also you grow as a person.
If there is an organization out there that would love to send or host a volunteer, the starting point will be to go through Lergus, which is they have a great support. They help you as if they are part of your organization, looking good for you, to make sure that you really, they are there to guide you and to help you. It's not the support you see or you hear from other organizations across Europe. It's really something that will encourage many people to jump in the pool of European Solidarity Corps. I think it's fantastic. Fantastic.